Normalcy is so different for everybody. It really is. It depends on your situation, it depends on your past, and it mostly is like, well, depending on the things that have happened in your situation or in your past, you get a certain set of rules when you get in foster care. And sometimes normalcy is supposed to be like normal activities that you do on a daily basis.
Normalcy is such a hard word because I don't know what teenager looks back on their teen years and says, gosh, what a normal experience. Or my parents were so great when I was a teenager. And so I think when we are working with a new teen, we go into it knowing the teen may or may not feel like this is a normal experience. So we have to make it what we perceive as the most normal given that situation.
Like, say, dyeing my hair or getting my ears pierced. If I was in foster care, I would have to get permission from my biological parents. I would have to go through the court system, and it sounds silly, it really does. There's a lot of roadblocking, but normalcy to me is extremely important, especially in foster care with kids who have constantly been from home to home and they have no sense of normalcy.
Everyone says normalcy, but nothing's normal about foster care. So I don't like that word.
I think it's important both for your authentic self and to find out what that youth wants, because you have to meet in the middle. You can't just say, okay, we're gonna do everything that you think is normal and I'm gonna change everything about myself to fit your needs. But you also can't just force a child into your box, into your life. You have to find that balance. So one of the things that we've done a lot of is figuring out where is that balance for us? What are things that make us uncomfortable and we can't do? It's all about communication. The whole process, the whole normalcy. If you're not an open communicator and if you don't know what you want, you can't even address the issues.
It's definitely about communicating. And I think that's the hard part because a lot of foster kids don't know how to communicate. And foster parents just want to let them, do their thing. They don't want to push them. So it's hard trying to get communication between foster parent, foster child, especially if the child has gone through a lot and they have trust issues.
I think our teens are being left behind. I think as a society, even whether they're in foster care or not, we are leaving a lot of the raising and the critical thinking and the philosophies of our teens up to the internet, up to their friends and their peer groups, and we're losing that idea of family and stability. Part of what we're doing is just teaching the teens how to think. We make our teens negotiate the rules. It doesn't mean everyone comes in my home and loves it, then that's okay too. And normalcy is about making connections that are safe and that we don't force connections that children don't feel connected to.
Support is the biggest thing, making the child feel that you're there to help them and you're there listening, you're there. I understand this is hard and we're here to help you get through that. Like, what can we do? That's one of our biggest things. What can we do to help you? What do you need from us?
For some teens, that's having direct contact with their biological siblings. And we try to find a way to make those things happen, whatever makes them feel the most secure, the most normal. It also means inviting them into our home, our life, our family, with wild abandon. It is consistency in your household and having the same conversation and letting the outcome of that conversation be different with every child. When you birth children and you have multiple children in your home, you don't have the same rules for each child. Children are different.
I have such a huge, loving support system, and I think it's just so rewarding, and I'm definitely happy. I'm happy I was adopted. They connected to me on a personal level through interests. We do lots of fun things and it keeps it exciting, but at the same time we create memories and, become stronger.
It took her a while to warm up to me, but she woke me up to give me the hug because she was on her way to school and was like, I'm going to miss you. I was like, oh my gosh, big step there.
They just make me feel like myself, that I don't feel like a stranger to them. And it's like I fit. And it's because I fit that it feels so special.
I think one of the main normalcy issues that we don't give our foster teens the ability to experience is the ability to question and figure out who you are. If we had a system that could listen more and that could provide more support and let the teens at least feel heard, it could change that journey and that experience. And I support you on your journey wherever it leads you.